Welcome to the hottest entertainment blog on the internet today, the A-List. I am your host, the Game Changer, Wes Truth. And, you know, we always got a special guest now on the A-List, and tonight is no different. I have a special guest with me tonight, Mackenzie Mackling. How you doing tonight?
I'm good, thank you.
Good to have you here.
Oh, thanks for having me.
Yeah, no problem. So, why don't you tell the peeps a little bit about yourself?
All right, so I'm Mackenzie. I'm a history student from California. I'm going to UC Davis for history and Luso-Brazilian studies, and I'm just a big film fan. I love film, and I have a special place in my heart for animation. I write for an animation blog that's kind of not doing so well right now because I'm kind of lazy and I distract myself with Tumblr and stuff, but I have some good stuff coming up. It's called Manicmation. It's on WordPress, so manicmation.wordpress.com, and so far I have some reviews on there, but I'm working on articles mostly dealing with World War II propaganda and animation. That's always fascinated me, and also Disney movies that never happened. So I have one on there so far. I wrote about Dumbo 2, which was mercifully killed by John Lasseter. But there's a lot of other animated films on look to that Disney was interested at one point.
I know you're a big Pixar fan.
Oh yeah. I think that's kind of what started with me online is a few years ago I found Pixar Planet, I guess in 2010. I met a lot of interesting people there. I became a moderator there, and that's kind of how I think I met you, kind of through Jordan, who I met on Pixar Planet, and he did the whole animation lounge. So that's definitely been like a good platform, and I got to meet a lot of people who have the same interests as me, animation-wise. So yeah, Pixar is my favorite studio as a whole, like their whole portfolio compared to all the other animated animation companies out there. Pixar is my favorite.
Yeah, I definitely think they're the best in animation that's out there. What are some of your favorite Pixar movies?
My favorite Pixar movie is easily, without a doubt, WALL-E. I'm a huge silent film fan to the max. I'm a big fan, especially of the triumvirate of comedians like Lloyd, Keaton, and Chaplin, and that's what the Stanton had all animators watch, those early films. And whenever I watch WALL-E, I'm always impressed that they told the story largely without conventional dialogue. Most of it is silent, and how Eve and WALL-E, they don't have eyebrows or mouth, and they're still animated tremendously. You can see all their emotions, just like two little eyes, basically. So from that point, it's interesting. Plus the story, the message, the mise en scène, the whole thing is terrific. And I like Monsters, Inc. a lot too. That was my favorite growing up. So I really like Monsters University as well. But WALL-E is my favorite.
WALL-E, yet another Pixar movie that made me cry.
Yeah, that one. That one, the last scene definitely is there. I think the only two I've cried at is Toy Story 3 and Up. I'm not afraid to admit it. So.
I think I admit that I cried it up every single broadcast for some reason. It comes up.
Every time you're like, well, I'm gonna cry. Yeah.
I know you're a big pin collector as well.
Yeah.
For those that don't know, a lot of Disney fans like Mackenzie and I will collect pins that they sell at the park, and you can get them online and whatnot as well. I have 3. How many do you have, Mackenzie?
I don't have a lot when I compare it to other collectors online. It's only around 40, I guess. It's a lot compared to you, but that's a small collection compared to the people I talk to online. They have hundreds. I'm just like, oh, I have no money. So I'll take my little amount, but yeah, it's a lot of fun.
Yeah, and you get into the pin trading.
Yeah, I do the online pin trading because I've always done trading at the parks, and I noticed people on Tumblr were doing pin trading, so I decided to explore that. And, I've actually met some pretty cool people doing that, so yeah, haven't had bad luck there.
Awesome. Yeah, here's my newest pin I just got the other day. It was the one on DisneyStore.com, the Tinkerbell on Main Street one.
I thought it was Mater at first. Like, I really can't tell what you're showing.
Let me take it out of the
I think
package.
it's the wrapping. I was like, is that Mater? No,
Yeah, I didn't get it out yet. Tinkerbell pin.
Oh, I see. Yeah, there she is. Okay, I can tell now. Oh, cool.
On Main Street, and I got this huge box, and I assumed that the T-shirt was in there too, but they said we're gonna send this T-shirt separate. So this enormous box came just for the pin. So,
are you serious?
Yeah, I don't know what that was about. What is your favorite pin in the collection?
Ooh. I wish I could show you. I'm actually not at my house right now. But I'm a big fan of the Three Caballeros. Anyone who follows me on Tumblr will know this. And I have 2 limited edition pins. And the story behind them is I was at Disneyland, and last time I went, and I was there right when they released these pins. So I was like, oh boy, yes. It's like just for me. So I bought the Jose one, and it was like $12, and I eventually got the Pin Cheeto one too, and there was a Donald one. I was like, oh, I shouldn't get it. I spent too much money on pins. Now I regret not getting Donald, because online they go for $40. They were limited editions. I was like, I should have got it then, because there's no way I'm paying $40 for a pin now. But yeah, those ones are my favorite. There's also a bunch of cool Monsters University pins they have that I like. My first pin ever, which was Boo from Monsters Inc. So I think that's another favorite.
Pin collecting can get expensive if you really get into it. As most things that you collect. And you're a big movie fan. What is your favorite movie, or some of your favorite movies of all time?
I'm gonna just say some of my favorite movies. I'm a big classics fan. I love Gone for Wind. I love City Lights, Casablanca. I like Goodfellas a lot, and the Coen brothers are probably my favorite directors. So I like all of their films. I'm a big Mel Brooks fan. And silent film, I love. I have to say my favorite is Buster Keaton's Sherlock General. If you haven't seen a silent film, you want a first silent film to watch, I recommend that one. It's only 4 minutes long, and it's hilarious, and it's definitely a piece of artwork and a piece of history. So, yeah, I like all types of movies, especially gangster movies and westerns. So.
What are some of the favorite movies that have been released this year that you've seen so far?
Okay. I haven't seen a lot of films released this year, to be honest, but the top spot, certainly, no question, no doubt, goes to Monsters University, which was, was clever all around. And then I also really liked Iron Man 3. I like Marvel a lot, so that was a really fun movie.
What are some movies that you're looking forward to that are coming out this year?
Wolverine, Thor 2. Just really those are the 2 big guns I've been looking forward to. I know everyone is making a big to-do about Frozen, but yeah, there's that, which I will see. And actually, it's funny, I'm more interested for that stupid turkey movie that's coming out with Owen Wilson in person.
So you're the one.
I'm that person. Like, we were sitting in theaters, my friend and I saw Monsters University together, and they showed, oh god, like 10 trailers. It wasn't even funny how many trailers they showed. And they got to the turkey one, and we're sitting there, and it was pretty bland at first, but then it was, like, it just exploded, and we were, like, cracking up, and we're like, what is going on? What are these turkeys doing? What is the deal? So we're really curious about that. Like, it doesn't look like a tearjerker, like, great film, but looks pretty fun. So I'm that one person.
Hopefully Frozen will get more appealing when we have more than just the teaser trailer to judge.
Yeah, that's the other thing. I always have like opposite opinions with like a lot of people, especially on Tumblr, and everyone is freaking out about the Frozen teaser. I thought it was fine. I really like Josh Gad, it was, it was what it was. It was a teaser, and like I could see people not liking it, but some people are like, "Oh, it's the end of Disney. Like this is a disaster." Like that was, literally wrote this is the end of Disney. I'm just like, are you serious? This is, you have to like chill down. Like we will get that big epic trailer. You just have to wait a little. I just, I love Book of Mormon. I love Josh Gad, so I like that snowman. So I was all right with it. But the more we hear about Frozen, I don't know, the more I'm disinterested in it. I don't know. I think Anna, though, I'm not too impressed with Elsa. I thought her concept art was way cooler, but Anna is really stunning. Like, I love her dress, and I love the details on the dress, and I like her hair and more blonde. I think I'll like Anna a lot, and I think I'll like the snowman Olaf a lot. And so I guess there are some things I'm pretty interested in. People know, if you follow me on Tumblr, you'll know this. I'm a huge, huge, huge fan of Pinocchio to the max. I think it's one of the, I think it's so underrated because I think everyone, especially on Tumblr and Twitter, they always talk about the Disney Renaissance, which is great. But I feel like Pinocchio, people don't mention it much, and if you watch it, it is so well crafted. Like, Best use of the multi-plane camera, the animation, like every little detail. It's just so detailed and so amazing that every time I watch it, I'm still blown away by all this detail and all this animation. Not to mention, the story as well, spectacular music. I also really like Dumbo and Lilo and Stitch, and oh god, I like Emperor's New Groove. I like those like wacky, funny ones, but I especially love the early Disney films a lot. So I'm a big proponent for the package films that people, the forgotten films, ones people never talk about. Ichabod and Mr. Toad, Los Amigos, Three Caballeros, Melody Time. I definitely recommend, if you haven't seen those films, anyone out there, please do yourself a favor and watch them.
People, don't you know it's about time. Can you hear the jam is pumping while you taste the...
So, this weekend is big out there in California. It's the San Diego Comic-Con this weekend, and there's a whole lot of stuff going on. I will be updating as much as I can throughout the weekend with on the Facebook page, so make sure you like my Facebook page for updates. If posters are released, trailers that are released, I'm going to try to get them up there so you guys can all check them out. How far away is the San Diego Comic-Con from you?
I live about an hour north of San Francisco, so I've never been that far down south to San Diego, but I guess probably 9 hours. It's a long ways away, really long.
So there was announced that the Amazing Spider-Man 2 trailer is finally going to premiere there, and I know the Hunger Games people are there, and a bunch of other stuff. So just look for updates throughout the weekend. Speaking of comic books, Hugh Jackman has told us, he's written down the law here for us, Mackenzie. He told us to stay after the credits of the Wolverine, which is coming out next week, and for an exclusive preview of X-Men Days of Future Past. I'm not sure how much they'll jump into that and how much they'll show us, but I stay pretty much after every movie, even after, I think I even stayed after Gangster Squad, but because you never know what might pop up. But I was planning on staying after Wolverine, but now I definitely have to.
Yeah, I'm surprised, well, not surprised, but it's funny that Hugh Jackman even says that in the first place, because Marvel films are well known for having something bonus at the end of the film, regardless, I'm
hoping that good things for the new X-Men movie as well. Wolverine, first of all, and then for the Days of Future Past. Did you like First Class?
I haven't really seen too much of the X-Men films.
Oh, okay.
I saw I've seen all the films in the Avengers canon, except for the Hulk movies, which I heard I'm not missing out much on anyway. I did see the other Wolverine movie, but I haven't seen the actual X-Men movie.
Gotcha.
But I do like seeing my Wolverine.
Yeah. I like the first Wolverine movie as a movie. If we go on for the character of Deadpool, then.
Yeah, Deadpool was pretty cool, but it was Ryan Reynolds, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was. I don't know.
He's let's just say he's 100% different in the comic.
Yeah, and I don't know. I like Deadpool's outfit, and I was sad that he wasn't. I know it's kind of silly, the big red outfit or whatever, but it wasn't being adorned into the last Wolverine movie.
Yeah, hopefully they'll give Deadpool a nice work in the Deadpool movie that's supposed to come out in who knows when. Going on to some different movie news. We normally don't talk about these kind of movies on my show, but this movie took the world by storm on Twitter on last weekend, and I had to look into it. Curiosity definitely killed the cat on that one. Sharknado, everybody. I'm sure you've heard of it if you're online. It was one of those Sci-Fi Network movies that is horrible, but in a good way, I guess. It's meant to be bad, sort of like the Piranha movies. Anyway, I did watch it, and I'm going to be doing a review of Sharknado next week. So definitely stay tuned for that. Sci-Fi has already green-lit the sequel, and we can help name this movie on Twitter by using the hashtag Sharknado. I'll be interested to see what some of the ideas are for the names.
I have no idea. I'm not good at doing nicknames, so.
Yeah. Are you any at all interested in watching Sharknado?
I saw like one GIF on Tumblr. I was like, what is going on here? What is happening? Like, I thought people were joking. Like, oh, Sharknado. I was like, okay, what? Oh, okay, it's a real thing. I actually wouldn't mind seeing it, for a good laugh. I mean, yeah, I'll have to check it out.
Yeah, it's good for a good laugh or like a lazy afternoon if you have one of those. Is like just like, oh, I'll watch Sharknado. Why not?
Why not? What do I have to lose?
Where are those Mystery Science Theater guys when you need them? That's what I'm. So yeah, so we'll have to check out the name the Sharknado sequel thing. Hashtag Sharknado. It was funny that you brought up Pinocchio being one of your favorite movies earlier, because we have some Pinocchio news, not from the original cartoon, but the latest rumor on the Pinocchio live-action film made by Warner Brothers, by the way. I was assuming Disney, but no. Robert Downey Jr. could star as both Geppetto and Pinocchio. Interesting. I'm guessing the Pinocchio would be motion capture and not actually like Robert Downey Jr. in the little costume. I'm a real boy!
I don't know. I'm just over all these like fairy tale retellings. Like, I did not like Alice in Wonderland, Johnny Depp Vision at all. Tim Burton Vision, that is today, and then sounds like Disney's like has like a gazillion lined up with Maleficent,
Cinderella,
Jungle Book.
Yep.
I don't know. I'm just kind of like worn out.
Yeah, I think it depends how they do it too. If it'll be like I was saying last week about the Jungle Book, will it be goofy and kind of musical, or will it just be like the one that was released in the 90s and be like a straight up like drama? What? What's going on? Where's the bare necessities?
Yeah, I think it'll be pretty interesting. Yeah, this Pinocchio one though, like, I like Robert Downey Jr., but I don't see him being either Geppetto or Pinocchio. I don't know. So we'll see. But I love me my Robert Downey Jr., but at the same time, there must have been some reason they picked him, right? Besides name powers.
Now Ben Stiller is in negotiations to direct, so that should be interesting.
Wait, he's directing what?
The Pinocchio. He's in negotiations.
Really?
For yeah.
Ben Stiller. Okay, I don't know. It's like this like crazy roller coaster. You think it gets crazy enough? No, we're gonna throw in Ben Stiller. I like Ben Stiller, but it's kind of random.
Yeah, definitely. On to some horror movies, which if you saw my review of the last one in this franchise, you know how horrifying it was. Paramount has bumped Paranormal Activity 5 from October of this year to January of next year. I'm glad for that because I don't have to suffer through one in a couple months. The last film, I say bump it all together. I don't think we need 5 movies in this franchise, but I know, Mackenzie, you were saying you haven't seen any of them yet.
I have seen a grand total of 0 of those movies, so I'm very behind. So if I do see Paranormal 5, it'll be after I see at least one of the other ones.
We haven't busted out the A-list police report in a while, but we have to this week because Emma Roberts, who you may know from Scream 4 and Nancy Drew, evidently, and some other movies. Oh, she's going to be in We're the Millers coming up. She was arrested for domestic violence last week after bloodying her boyfriend in a hotel room. And her boyfriend is Evan Peters, who I've never heard of. He's from American Horror Story. They're working through their differences, evidently. They haven't broken up after this, but I don't know. That's kind of an odd story. She doesn't seem too like that kind of person, but I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know much to say about that besides interesting. I hope it works out for them. So, you know.
Hopefully they don't kill each other next time.
If it works out, I mean, yeah, let that not happen.
Now it's time for our box office prediction. The BOP. Last week, I was wrong. I have to hide my face. Because I said that Pacific Rim would be number 1, and it was number 3. Failed again. Despicable Me 2 was number 1 at the box office, followed by Grown Ups 2. What did you think of Despicable Me 2?
I wrote about this on my on Manic Nation on my blog, and I was kind of having a bad day, but kind of reading it, you can hear the snarkiness and anger going through it, but I was very conflicted on it. You know, I babysit regularly. That's like my second job, so I got basically paid to see it. And I thought it was really funny. As always, the design of the film is brilliant. Like Green Layer and the mall, like it's very fun to look at. You can tell the designers had fun with that, but it just made no sense. And we're literally shown that this girl cannot be defeated physically, and there's no way. We were shown that, and then he defeated the smallest object. It wasn't an underdog thing or anything. It made no sense, and the story was just lacking, condescending. So I mean, I thought it was hilarious, but I don't think it was a good film by any means. I like Kristen Wiig's character. She was adorable. Yeah.
Oh.
And I don't like the Minions, so maybe that's another thing.
So you're gonna be super psyched for that Minion Mayhem movie.
The whole movie about the Minions. Why is that happening? But I like Steve Carell, so I definitely recommend it. I had a good laugh, but if you want a story with integrity, then it's different. So.
Yeah, it did beat Monsters U for animated movie of the year so far.
Oh yeah, I think that's another thing is I saw it a few. Actually, I saw it the same day as Monsters University because the week before I took the kids babysitting, so I saw it again for free, and then I had a free ticket to see Monsters University again. So my friend and I went to see it, that same day after I got off. Only, Disney they totally screw you over money-wise. It was $3 up to $8, but still really cool. I got basically a half-off ticket. So yeah, it was definitely weird, seeing Despicable Me 2, which was great, and Monsters again, which was brilliant. So.
That's cool. And I saw Pacific Rim, and you can check out my reviews for Despicable Me 2, Pacific Rim, and Grown Ups 2. And we were talking about Grown Ups 2 the other day, because you were saying you were taking your sister, I think.
Yeah, that was her choice. Her birthday present was any movie she wanted, plus dinner and snacks, and she chose Despicable. Well, actually, she did choose that, but I said I saw it and lost all interest. So she wants to be Grown Ups 2, which, I like Kevin James. And We'll see. I'll let you know how I feel about that. But,
Yeah. Good luck.
yeah.
That's all I'll tell you. Good luck.
It is what it is. So I'm not going in with any expectations. So hopefully I'll be at least mildly interested.
That's a good way to look at it.
Mm-hmm.
So this week we have 4 new releases opening, plus those movies we were all talking about to figure out what's going to be number 1 at the box office. The new releases include Turbo, Red 2, which I haven't really heard much good about, actually, for Red 2. So, I don't know. We'll see. The Conjuring, for the horror fans out there, and R.I.P.D., the Jeff Bridges, Ryan Reynolds film. I'm planning on seeing R.I.P.D. and The Conjuring in the next few days, and I'm sure I'll see Turbo and Red 2 sometime in the next week. So the reviews for those will be up when I see them. What do you think will be the number 1 movie this week?
No doubt about it. It's gonna be Turbo. Like the current trend at the box office is animation films are dominating as far as money goes, easily. So plus those other 3 films, like I even haven't heard much about them. I haven't seen them. I haven't seen trailers. I haven't seen any advertising. Turbo is actually, pretty all over the place. And Turbo's one of those movies, like at least the way it's advertised, it can be enjoyed by adults and kids. I think there's a wider audience as opposed to the other ones. It's like horror films with like smaller groups of people. So I think it'll be Turbo.
Yeah, I with that because you got the kids. The kids have already seen Monsters University and Despicable Me 2, so now they go to the next one. And yeah, like you were saying, it's the current trend. 2 weeks Monsters U, 2 weeks Despicable Me 2. Turbo will probably take this week, and then we'll probably get a break and get Wolverine in there next week.
Yeah.
and then probably, unfortunately, the Smurfs too.
Oh, why?
I guess if they can take over the E.T. ride, they can take over the box office 1 week. I'm not happy about either, but
yeah, that's the way it is. But I am happy that this summer, Despicable Me was like mediocre, and I can't speak for Turbo, although I'm, not a movie I'm rushing to see. I'll probably see it because I babysit. But just the fact that animation has been doing so well, and I think its reputation has been going up with like Oscar nominations lately, box office presence. So I'm glad for that, being recognized more.
Now it's time for the trivia question of the week. Last week, the trivia question was, it had to do with grown-ups too. What sitcom did Adam Sandler have a reoccurring character on in the 80s? Any idea?
I don't know.
It was The Cosby Show.
No. Interesting.
Yeah, and actually, my aunt got that one right. Bonnie Light. And I even threw in a bonus this week. Wow, bonus. What was the character's name? And my friend Heather Place got that right, and it's Smitty. But so anyway, this week's trivia question, which unfortunately you can't answer if you know because you're the co-host this week.
I probably won't know what it is.
What film sees Bruce Willis's first starring role? That means he is the star of the movie, not like the guy in the corner that you happen to see with bald head.
Yeah, shout out to my best friend Monica. She has a huge crush on him, so maybe she knows the answer, but I don't.
All right, and if you get the answer right, by the way, you can tweet it to me. You can Facebook me the answer. You can write it here on YouTube. You get into the Raffle of Doom, and if you win in the Raffle of Doom in the drawing that I'll do this year, you get a copy of my 2013 movie review yearbook. That brings us to this week's Babe of the Week. And this week, I was trying to figure out someone to put, and she comes from Sharknado. This is Kat. I don't know much about her, but she was in Sharknado. Cassie Skirbo is the babe of the week.
There's a lot of pretty girls in this city. There's a lot of pretty girls in this city. I'm trying to pick the right.
Now, when we have female co-hosts, I let them pick a hunk of the week. So, Mackenzie, hit us with your hunk.
Okay, so this week's hunk of the week, since we were talking about him earlier, is none other than Hugh Jackman. So, there you go, Hugh Jackman.
The claws are out. That brings us to the close of another show. It's gone by really fast, once again. Thanks to Mackenzie for being here and co-hosting. It was a great time.
I had lots of fun. I love, talking about what I like to talk about, which is movies and animation. So awesome.
Awesome. We'll have to have you back again soon. And why don't you tell everyone where they can find you online?
Okay. I guess the best way is on Tumblr. I have 2 blogs. So my animation one is Misdirection 2319. Monsters Inc. and Monsters University reference. Then my animation blog, manicmation.wordpress.com. And I'm kind of on Twitter as Morcego_Verde. So there you go.
All right, cool. And of course, remind you can subscribe to my YouTube channel, youtube.com/westsida515. Like my Facebook page, facebook.com/WestTroopAlist. And like I said, I'll be having some updates on there from Comic-Con this weekend. Follow me on Twitter and keep up with myself, the Sinister Six, and Mackenzie, of course. See some of our hijinks on there. And of course, I have to do this. You can buy my book, The A-List Review 2012 Movie Yearbook. Over 140 reviews, only $10. Check out the reviews of yesteryear. Contact me through Facebook or Twitter if you're interested. All right, well, thanks for stopping by, and hopefully we'll see you soon, Mackenzie.
Awesome, thank you.
Yes. Until next time, Troop out.